What's up, guys? Welcome to the Night Talk. I am your host, Dwayne Lanham. Guys, I know I sound depressed and I know I sound a little irritated, but I want you guys to believe me when I say this. I'm not. To my viewers and to my family, I want to apologize for my behavior you guys seen on the original Red Pill show. My behavior was out of line, uncalled for, and should never happened. Yes, Pam, I am back. I just want to apologize to each and every one of you and let you guys know that I do love you and that you guys will never see that type of behavior from me again. It is good to be back here on the Freedom Revolution Network. It is amazing. If missed it, so I mean, this is home. This is home for a lot of us here, and we're a family, and no matter what, we'll always work. We'll always work through that situation. And I embarrassed my family. My actions were out of line, out of control, and you viewers should have never had to witness nor see that. So besides that, let's dig into some things I want to talk about. I'm just gonna say it's good to be back. It's really good to be back here on the Freedom Revolution Network. Guys, I am going to start off by saying this first. So it has now been confirmed that President-elect Joe Biden will be the 46th president of the United States of America. She did. She did. And I love her for it. Scarlett, if you are watching this, you are amazing. I love you. And thank you for the second chance that I've been given. It's what? Sorry, guys, I was making sure this went live on my Facebook because it's pinged to my Facebook, and I got an account. I got an account warning. I was about to say, I hope it's not my account from StreamYard. It's getting in trouble already. Like, I haven't even done anything yet. Like, yikes. But guys, this is how I feel about President Joe Biden, about presidential-elect Joe Biden. This is how I feel. What? This is how I feel.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed.
And I will hide.
Commencing at the siren,
just like this.
Any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt. I was literally hoping Joe Jorgensen would win, but that didn't happen. Oh, and then we got a coronavirus one. I was looking at these things the other day, and God, it is. You know, I just want to take a second. You know, because I accept any decision that has happened with the election. God has stated that that God appoints authority above us. So I am content with whatever situation that is happening right now because it has been done by God as a Christian, and that's what I accept. You know, so when you guys hear me say or hear me, you know, I've never agreed with president's decisions. I don't agree with them all. But that's just who I am. I haven't agreed with half the decisions that Trump has made. But yet again, saying that is just literally me. You know, the one thing I don't agree about is the fact of all this juggling with Trump just to win an election now. I'll say that. I will come to that conclusion. Because people have a right to believe in who they want. Personally, I was hoping it would have been an independent party. I was hoping it would have been an independent party. We didn't have to go through all these situations, and I'm just sitting here going like, shit. That's how I felt. You know, and just sitting there, you know, it's like, you know, there was some confusion. There was some, you know, like what's going on. You know, me, Scar, and a lot of people covered the election that night. We were giving you guys a play-by-play of everything that was happening. Literally everything that was happening could possibly happen in that one night. Trump's going, oh, I'm going to challenge this. I'm going to challenge this. I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to challenge that. Now, if you guys have taken a look into Dominion, I know me and Scar has talked about this. I don't trust him. I do not trust Dominion one bit. Because they have been known for. Sorry, guys, I'm making sure the cigarette goes out and it's in a dry cup, so I don't have nothing else to put in at this point. Come on. This is what I have to do right now to get cigarettes out. Shake, 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 to shake it. Shake, 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 to shake it. Yeah. Yay. Shook him. But, you know, guys, like I said, I just don't, you know, Dominion, oh my God, guys, there's been USB ports found. Sorry, I'm trying to get hold. I guess you guys can't really see my room. Trying to angle it the right way. Angle. TLO, correct. TLO, correct. Don't trust your government. You know, you're absolutely right. You know, you don't trust the government at times.
I'm going to bed, so I'm going to shut this.
Okay, you want to come say hi?
No, I'm going to bed.
Okay, I love you.
Okay.
Hey, can you throw one more cigarette to me before I'm seriously gonna go donate in the morning? You know, and TLO, you're right. You don't trust your government, and here's the reason why. Sorry, I'm being unprofessional for a second, guys. You're good. Oh, hey, look how I caught it. Love you. But TLO's right.
In my room.
Huh?
Your card is in my room.
My time card or my donation card?
Your donating card.
Okay, love you. Sorry, guys, talking to my mother. Now I can't find my letter again. Now I can find it. Yay, later. Sorry. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm gonna shut my light off. I'm starting to get a headache. Ugh. Yay, there we go. Ugh. You know, you don't trust your government whatsoever. And TLO, no, you're good. By the way, guys, TLO will be on here in a little bit. His phone's just charging, so no, I'm not alone. But you know, you don't trust your government because sometimes the choices they make, God, I have to question. I have to question the integrity of the government every day, and I'm only 22 years old, and I shouldn't have to be questioning the integrity of my government. I shouldn't have to be, what was I about to say? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to word this right. I shouldn't have to worry about the integrity of my government at 22 years old. For them to make the right decisions, for them to making sure I have the right one up. Hey, I'm getting rid of that one. Goodbye. Yeah, that one. Goodbye. Sorry, guys. Oops. Yay. Done. God, this is a hard topic to talk about because, you know, like in my head as a kid, I trusted the government. I trusted the process. And now there's days I don't even trust the process anymore. I don't trust what is happening. I don't trust what is said by these people. Casimiro, what is up? Casimiro coming in the house. How you doing, bud? I don't trust what they say. In a matter of fact, and guys, give me 1 second. I'm calling Scarlett again to see if she's coming on. Meow. She's supposed to be here with me as well. Like I was saying, guys, I don't trust the government. I literally can't anymore. Because decisions that I've seen over the last year have been some quite fucked up decisions. She might have went to bed. She's not feeling good.
Please leave your message for.
Click. See if she's active. She was only on 24 minutes ago. Oops. Well, she'll see this and probably come on. I just got to summon her. Scarlett! Come on. Let's go. You know what, TLO? You're right. You should always question the government. Government's integrity is the only way you can hold them accountable. See, but here's my thing. I have trust issues with myself. How the hell am I going to question the government? You know, that's just my thing. Like, how are you supposed to question? How the hell are you literally? Okay, and this is a question for me, obviously, is how are we supposed to question the government? That's just my question. You know, and it's just like, like some of the decisions they make, like I want to strangle them. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. I want to strangle them. I take that back. I would love to strangle them. I would love to. I would literally love to strangle the shit out the government. Just over decisions I've seen made in the past. And decisions I'm seeing made now, especially with this whole COVID-19 vaccine. And God, this is why I wish Scarlett was on here, because she can shed light into this. Scarlett, I know you're out there listening too. Write a sentence and put the question at the end. LOL. Do I trust my faith, TLO? Yes, I do. You know what, TLO? That's a good question. You know what? Yes, I trust my faith. And TLO will go more in depth in this when you come on, because I want you to explain this to me. I don't know where you're going because you're in the comment section. But wait till your phone starts. I ain't gonna push you. I trust my faith because it's something I grew up with as a kid. I didn't really start learning about the government until I would say 8th grade. 9th grade is when I started truly learning about the government. But my faith, I trust with no tomorrow. I mean, I do question it sometimes. I see where you're going, TLO. Sorry, guys, making sure Ashley's on the floor. You know, but yet again, I'm just looking at the things, TLO. Let your faith guide your way as far as dealing with authorities. Bingo. Okay, I see where you're going with it now. Okay, that makes sense. And guys and girls, if you do want to come on, I'm giving this one more chance because me and Scarlett had to talk. Banners. Where's mine? Somebody deleted my. No, they didn't. Okay. Yay. Oh, I can get rid of that banner. Goodbye. Yay. Oh, where's my banner? There it is. I will try this one time, guys. Calling to that number 330-353-8527. The phone number is 330-353-8527. If you are a troll, you will be deleted, and my number will go off, and we'll do this by links only. So please don't make me put my faith in that. Give me 1 minute, though, so I can log in. Yay. Oh, I gotta open up another page. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I gotta open up Google Chrome. Oh my God, all these ads. Yikes. When you open up your computer and there's a bunch of ads sitting here. Not what I was expecting. Close. But like I was saying, is there anything in this? Oh, there is. Yeah, I'll just put it in this. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna put it in there. It's probably Sprite. But yay. Yay. Cool. But like I said, guys, I'm gonna open up Google Chrome, Google Voice for anybody that wants to call in. Yet again, the phone number is 330-353-8527, 330-353-8527, guys. And like I said, if you're a troll, please don't call. because I don't want to deal with it today. Go back. Sign in. Yay. Like I said, guys, I don't want to deal with trolls today. I don't deal with trolls very well. But today I am. I'm doing exceptionally better. While that's going, see what TLO said. Okay, no comments yet. Yay. Sorry, guys, signing in to the Google Mail account. Gmail.com. Password. I just did it. No, and said my password out loud. Now I have to go and take the password, but that's okay. Oh, I just signed in. Cool. I don't even know I did that. That's nice. Guys, if you're on a computer and Google Voice pops up, and it asks you to save your password, don't do it, because then it brings up a bunch of thingy-bobbers up in the top screen. But guys, Google Voice is open for calls 330-353-8527. Yet again, the phone number is 330-353-8527. So, you want to call in and voice your opinion. This show is opinionated, and for anybody seeking professional advice, please don't do it, because we're not the ones to do it. But back to the show. So, do I trust the authorities? No. Do I trust my faith? Yes. Here's why I don't trust authorities. Because they misabuse their power. They misabuse their power in what they want to believe is right and what is actually wrong. And I'm going to break this down. So, what I mean by that, and I'm going to grab my phone just so I can give an example once I find, oh my God, guys, I'm losing everything. So, to give you an example, the police officers who killed Mr. Floyd. The police officers who killed George Floyd. They thought they were in the right to do what they did, even though they knew it was wrong. They knew it was wrong. They knew it wasn't okay. And then at the same time, still killed him. So that's where my questions start coming in. Are we really going to let fear doubt us in what we know is wrong? So when it comes to said fear, we cannot be afraid of the garlics. Not garlics. We cannot be afraid of the government. If we are afraid of the government, we are giving them the power to continuously do what they're doing now, which is taking away the rights and the freedoms of the American people. Now, just let me point that out there. I don't believe that the government should have much power as it does now. I don't believe I don't believe that we should continually believe in a system for over the past 100 years has shown us nothing but chaos. I don't believe that senators should have this much time in office that they do now. I don't believe that a president should have 8 terms. I don't believe in the judicial system. That's 50-50. I don't believe that things are okay. I will not believe that things are going to change. And the reason why I say things are not going to change is because of the fact that the government wants to keep all control. And now, here's the reason I say this. Because if you look at everything that has happened, they say, oh, we're going to change, we're going to change, we're going to change, and then they have not. We ask for the government to do something about things in our cities, and they don't. We ask people we as the people need to keep demanding change. Thank you, TL. Nope. Migto, elves, dwarves, and humans need apply. Thank you, TLO. But here is my thing. Why do we let the government overrun us? Why do we let them keep pushing us? Why do we keep doing the same thing over and over again, which is the definition of insanity, and expecting a different result? So, this is where Dwayne has now decided that I don't care what the government says. I even went and had Thanksgiving dinner with my grandfather, which was really nice, by the way. It was amazing. I loved being with family. And then with COVID-19 going on, which is just a hunks of crap that I believe in. I mean, it's not all crap, but the thing's real. It's not all of it's crap. I just can't really believe that things had to happen for this reason. See, now watch this. People have become too complacent. Yes, they have. Now watch this. Like I just brought up COVID-19. New York Fire Department will not require medics and firefighters to get new COVID vaccine, which is a good thing because there is so many things out there. We just can't afford to lose. We just cannot afford to lose our first responders. Now, my next thing is, how can y'all say I trust the government knowing they're just screwing you over in the long run? Guys, in the long run, they are fucking screwing you in the ass. And that's how I'm going to explain it. And TLO, if you could pop on at any time here, would be actually nice because I'm starting to feel like I'm talking to myself. And this is a bad thing. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Oops. You know, and I'm sitting here. I feel like I'm going insane because I feel like I'm talking to myself because I'm scrolling through my phone as well, looking for things to talk about. Because, like I said, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Even though I'm not, even though I know I got you guys in the comments, I just feel like I'm talking to myself. But enough on the government side, guys. I want to do a review on something. So, I have started playing the new Call of Duty Cold War, and I'm going to show you guys a preview for this game. Okay, TLO is inbound. Thank you, sir. While TLO is on his way, this is why I love having TLO in the comments. When I feel like I'm going crazy, I can call on TLO, go like, save me. I've done a show for 30. This is the farthest I've ever done a show by myself. It's 33 minutes, so I'm getting there. I just need to do more research on stuff before I start talking about it. Cool. Noted. Yay! TLO! 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 TLO!
TLO is always around.
Dude, I felt like I was talking to myself, man.
No, I get you.
But this is the longest I've ever done a show by myself, though.
You were doing just fine, my friend. You were doing just fine.
You know, TLO, I want to bring up something that you brought up since you're here, and then I'll do this review because since you're here, you're gonna love hearing about this. When you said, you know, when you said trust, you should always question the government's integrity. Only way to hold them accountable, right?
Correct.
I'm tired of people sitting out here saying, well, oh, the government's going to help me. 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 No, the government's going to fuck you.
Well, that's the thing is people are expecting the government because of, I don't know, social constructs, the demographics, whatever you want to, you know, whatever viable quotient, it affects it. And so, like, it's not as black and white as, you know, the government is there to serve you and blah, 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 because it's almost like its own self-serving service. Like the key to it is, like, you take example with this COVID and with the restrictions and whatnot.
Right.
These senators and congressmen are shutting down basically economies and neighborhoods and cities, and yet they're still going off to like dinner parties and birthday parties and doing all these things and stuff, much to the same as they were before the outbreak. And so you can see the not just the hypocrisy, but the fact that they, once you are or politician, you are part of that system, and you're part of that gang, so to speak.
Right.
And as we all know, gangs definitely always are looking out for themselves and definitely are self-serving. And so that's basically what we have as far as government. It's not necessarily like there's services that they provide, but usually with a price, usually with a hook or a catch.
Right. And and that's why like before I went and voted this year, I really did my research on each person, right?
Right.
I looked up who was running for prosecutor. Thank God I knew this person. I looked up who was running for our Supreme Court. I don't know him, never heard about him, didn't vote for him. Now my mayor, who is going up for re-election, I think next year, because that's when Ohio votes again is next year, because we have our votes next year.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne would not be voting because that's a controversial vote for me.
Right.
I mean, I will be voting because I want to go ahead and get rid of dick wine, but that's besides the point. And TLO, you just said something that just struck my mind. Yes, your guys' state is shutting everything down, but yet Governor Walz can have a party of 75
Right.
for Thanksgiving.
Correct. And to answer your response, MGTOW, who do you think pressures these governors and these mayors? Is the senators and the congressmen? Because the only way up in this club or this gang for a governor would be a senator or a congressman. So they're looking at serving themselves as far as, say, political careers or stature, status, whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, who's directly passing these things are the governors and the mayors, but the governors and the mayors answer to the senators and the congressmen.
Right. So.
And yeah, so our state, Minnesota, there's a lot of stuff. Say on our ballot for this election, most of, say, the court positions or any of the prosecutors, they were running unopposed. So there, right there, is almost a problem because you have the same people that are just continuing on because nobody's opposing them. And obviously, it could have some bearing, or the outbreak could have some bearing on that directly or indirectly. That's yet to be seen. But as far as like what's going on with the world today, yeah, what's going down is this trickle down government, and so a lot of places are basically like almost their own little mini governments. I mean, you see what's happening out on the West Coast. Examples: Washington State or California. Like those are so going out of their way to become something almost even different and apart from, say, a state or a part of the United States that it's glaring. I
Right.
mean, I just read like almost 150 officers in I do believe it was either Seattle or Portland that just left the job. And so like if we
Again?
have this yes, again, like just this last week.
Right.
So we will just continue to see this because obviously, yes, the police have been complicit in a lot of bad behaviors,
Oh
but
God.
with most things in life, not everything is absolute, and not every cop is a bad cop.
Right. And here's my thing, is too. Like some police officers can only do so much. Like I get telling on a senior officer, but that may mean losing your job as well.
Correct. And that's the position that they're put in by the mechanisms of the force.
Which is
But
why
you'll find that though in every aspect of our lives. I mean, if you tattle on somebody, say at McDonald's, you still have to face the possible repercussions or the blowback.
right, like
So it's not just cops.
when I went to corporate Tilo, you knew about the shit that was going on at McDonald's.
Yes.
When I went to corporate, they finally fired him like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I've been gone for how many months now?
No, I know. Corporations usually are pretty slow acting on such things.
Right. And so I want to do a review on something, TLO, because I know I was talking to you about this game for so long when I heard it was coming out. The new Call of Duty Cold War just dropped like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I have it. My brother got it, and I was able to game share and make his account his account the home account for the Xbox, right?
Right.
So I've been playing it. I played for 110 minutes today, and I'm almost done with the campaign.
Nice.
And I want to show you guys a preview for this. Now, how do I want to put this? I'm going to put it a viewer discretion is advised. Put it like that. So, I want to show you guys this trailer. Oh, I got to confirm my age. Wow. Ouch. That hurt. Confirm my flipping age. I'm 22, guys. Come on. Hold on. Before it keeps going further. Pause. Do this. And I want to show you guys this because the gameplay is badass.
This war was a lie. Years of blood. Just to light the fuse of a secret war. Decades in the making.
Fellow Americans, a nuclear conflict could well be mankind's last. We want to make this a more peaceful world.
5 days ago, we acquired intel. Soviet agent Perseus is in play. If he's active, something big is going to happen. Something that could shift the balance of the Cold War. Let's go find this shithead.
President, is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. I know you won't fail us.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare, including Warzone.
TLO, doesn't that look badass?
Yeah. The graphics I heard are awesome. The gameplay is atypical for COD, and there weren't any gameplay, enhancements or anything like that. So I've heard that it's got really good reviews and stuff like that, but it's just another Call of Duty game as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
Hey,
Call of
I
Duty. Call of Duty for me, I was playing it way back when we were still doing like the old school Call of Duty,
Yep.
where you're still fighting the Germans and the Nazis. I haven't even played Call of Duty, I'd say, in the last 3-4 years.
Man, but the graphics and the gameplay are amazing. I will not lie. I've played multiplayer already. I've played the campaign. The only thing I have not played yet is zombies. But I'm waiting for it. I'm going to play some tonight. And if you guys want to see that gameplay, go over to twitch.tv.com. Twitch.tv and type in Ghost Hunter 3230 and go check me out over there because it's another platform I stream on. If you guys really want to see some good gameplay, I streamed almost 2 hours tonight. Now I'm doing this again for like another hour and a half. You know, but TLO, I will say this. It is just, you know, dude, like I'm tired of hearing people complain. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, there's a lot to complain about, so it's hard to escape it.
I mean, I get there's a lot of complaint about, oh, we can't go spend time with our families. Yes, you can. Shut the fuck up and go do it.
No,
Yeah.
you have to, and that depends, my friend, because I mean, listening to other channels, going back to some of the older channels that we were known or privy to, there's a lot of evidence to the contrary, where there's a lot of places or a lot of states, a lot of counties where you can't move. Like I know somebody who lives in, I believe, Indiana, and they said that they actually do have like checkpoints. So like if you're out driving and you don't actually have like a place to go, they will tell you to turn around and go home or they will arrest you.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God, that is fucking stupid. Wow. We will
Hell,
arrest
here in Minneapolis, we've got cops that are busting in on families that are having, groups of, more than 10 or whatever. Like actually going into their homes and whatnot. So the thing about it is, yes, there's a lot of people who can still move around, still can skirt the issue, and still can, go about their lives and whatnot. But there's a lot of people who can't. And that's the thing is that's a lot of people. It's not just, a few million. We're talking like tens of millions.
Right. You
But
know,
yeah,
and that's some stupid shit.
I mean, there's also businesses too that are being affected by some of these rules and curtailing and whatnot. I know a lot of businesses here in Minnesota say if you had traveled and whatnot, you aren't allowed to come back to work unless you quarantine beforehand.
Red, thank you so much. It is good to be back. Red said, "Nice to see you back." Thank you, Red. It's
Good evening, Red.
it's a God, it's a pleasure to be back. I know I said this at the beginning, but I got people coming in now. Guys, I told Scarlett I was going to say this. I am so sorry for the way you guys heard me speak about other people, another person, and the way that I was acting, because that was totally uncalled for. You guys should never had to see that behavior come from me as a host or as me as a person, because deep down inside, I'm a non-judgmental person. And I do want to apologize, and I love each and every one of you guys. You know, Scarlett gave me a second chance, and I'm really taking this one by the reins. You know what I mean, TLO?
I do. And thank you for your apology.
You're welcome. She gave me a second chance, and I'm not gonna screw that up. It is so good to see Red pop back in here. Pop in here.
Yes, it's good to see all the old folks, the old
Right?
Freedom Revolution folks. And good evening, Gene. Good evening, Pam. McTow.
Pam Red said hi. I just seen Pam's comment come across the screen.
Yes.
But dude, it's you know what the revolution is. The Freedom Revolution Network is a family. When we go through things, we work to them together, and then we come to to a common ground. Which is the one thing I love about being part of this family and a part of this, group, because it truly shows me one is how to act like an adult and be an adult, but to respect the values of other people.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not talking like opinions, but like that they're a human being as well. And but back to on topic, TLO, I will say this though. So watch this, right? So as everybody was coming up for Thanksgiving, at TLO, did you do anything for Thanksgiving?
That would be a negative.
That would be negative. See, and I feel bad for people. Like, this is supposed to be the one holiday we can celebrate with our families and go be fat together.
Correct.
And I feel bad, for the families that couldn't, like, I literally had to step out of my house and I had, and I cried. Yes, at my grandfather's house because I felt bad, TLO, for the people that couldn't have that opportunity.
Yes, it's been very difficult.
Like when are we going to say enough is enough? I mean, by doing that, we did.
Oh, yes, and you saw a lot of people. Well, I did. I witnessed a lot of people that were basically telling the government to fuck off, and they were still continuing to hold their family gatherings and whatnot. So,
I wanted to tell the government to go fuck off.
well, see, as long as this keeps continuing, it's just going to grow. The movement and the let's just say the opposition is going to become stronger.
Right.
And that's proven throughout history.
Oh yeah, it is, dude. That's how the Revolutionary War started. Sorry, guys, I'm getting
Indeed. How a lot of revolutions started, where people finally just decided, yeah, no, that is fucking it, and they rise up. So you see that in spurts right now, but if this continues on, you're going to see larger waves, you're going to see more opposition, and it's just going to become more of a thing. And so, like, in some ways, them enforcing a lot of these things is kind of causing a lot of the blowback. I mean, if any of these fools had actually done their physics, they would know that any force is going to have an equal or opposite force or reaction. So, yeah, that's the true question, Pam. That is the true question. Is this in what 22 days, I do believe? 23 days, something like that, will be upon our next family gathering time. And so we will see if this has progressed. We'll see that this is blown up. We'll see how things are going. I know I found something very amusing that, we've gone back to these stringent sort of shelter at home stupid orders here in the great north, Minnesota. These rules, these I don't know. It's hard to say, but as I said, we're seeing trickles of people already starting to say, screw the government, screw all this. We're still going to continue to live our lives. And so that's going to progress. It's odd to see it up here just because in Minnesota, like during this time, normally this place is effing cold. And like right now, it is balmy. Like I believe it's 30 some degrees. It's still above freezing. And so that is definitely an uncommon um, sort of weather for this time of year. And so normally by this time we would have at least like a foot or so of snow on the ground. Usually it being in the low 30s, maybe 20s if you're lucky. Usually pretty cold and windy. And so we already kind of have that mentality of being sheltered in place. The only problems is now there's not any outlets. Like people can't go to the gym because they've shut down all the gyms. And I do mean they've shut down all the gyms. I mean, they've even gone throughout, say, here at my apartment complex, they actually went and the chained the fitness room.
What?
Yes. Drained the hot tub, closed the pool. The game room they now closed as well. So they're closing all these outlets for people to do stuff. And it amuses me because then, you have these same people turning around and saying, well, why the fuck is the crime going, through the roof? It's because people are locked away. They don't have shit to do. And
Right.
they're finding outlets. And usually the only outlets that you're going to find are of the criminal nature.
Right. And so, TLO, since my fiance is about to be watching here in a minute, I have a question for you that I would like to ask on air in front of everybody.
Yes.
Here in 2 years, will you be a groomsman?
Yes.
I would like you. So Scarlett is marrying me and Mackenzie.
That's awesome.
So it's gonna be amazing.
Absolutely. It'll be a good time.
I've already got 2 groomsmen and best man, who's actually a female, but she's gay. So
That's no worries. I've been to plenty of weddings with we'll just say grooms people.
yep. Sorry, I'm trying to put a cigarette out and I gotta shake this cup.
No, we know. We saw it before. But yes, it would be an honor, my friend. Thank you.
TLO, I'll bring you down probably a couple weeks before because we gotta go. There's my baby girl. Hey, it's my baby girl. It's my baby girls. I love her.
But yeah, no, I'll make my way down there a couple weeks before for sure.
Because we gotta go to Men's Warehouse, my friend, and we gotta go get fitted.
Oh yeah, we'll get fitted well. One of the only things, only true talents I seem to have is I apparently look stunning in a tux. So,
Eep. She went like, eep, virtual hug. I love her. Dude, I'm going to say this, TLO. Actually, TLO, fuck groomsman, dude. You might be my second best man. Because I'm having 2. So, TLO, you just got upgraded there, buddy.
I feel honored, my friend. I've never been a groomsman. Never been a best man for sure. Most of the friends that I had have all disappeared, and a lot of them were definitely not going in the route of marriage. So,
even if I got to drive to the border of Minnesota and have you meet me there and turn around and drive back, I will find a way to come get you.
oh, my friend, You have no need for that. Because in 2 years' time, I'm sure I will have my own mobility.
Good.
I actually am kind of counting on that. Pretty soon, I'll be navigating, getting a passport, and then after that, the license.
Nice.
And I already have lines on cars, as I said, in numerous
Conversations.
videos and conversation. My aunt holds the reins of pretty much the majority of tow companies in the metro area. And so she has a lot of cars that have been abandoned that, a lot of my cousins and whatnot, and they needed cars or whatnot, get them either for a discounted price or sometimes if they're lucky, they get them for free. So,
Pam, how fucking dare you? Pam, how dare you?
yes, the approaching winter storm that everyone seems to be going gaga about. And it's like, people, it is winter.
Snowstorm.
There's going to be some snow. Like let's not get too far out of reality because of all the ongoings in our lives and whatnot, and the fact that it has felt altered reality as of
The
late.
reason Mackenzie's not ready is because Mackenzie has a rare medical condition called CU, which is it's allergic to the cold.
Mm.
And she gets welts and stuff, and I've seen it actually act up when my house has gotten cold. My mom forgot to turn the heat on.
I've always
So,
felt bad for folks who have afflictions as such.
it's like, I went and did a whole research on CU. Here, I'll show you some of the shit that I found, and she's gonna be shocked. Da 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 da. Loot loot. Make sure that pops up on my screen. Oh, I should say the medical condition. Oops. For you guys who haven't heard of this, I actually spelled it. Wow. This is what CU is. It's a type of hives brought on by raised body temperature or lowered. It typically develops when you exercise, sweat, or not. More often than not, CU appears and disappears on its own within a few hours. Now, it is and I will show you some of the images of what it does to people. If I can find. Oh my God, are you not going to show me the pictures I've seen? Whatever. You're not Google. That's why you're not being nice to me. You're freaking Yahoo. Oh, Kenji, text me the freaking, if you can spell it. Chronic idiopathic, whatever. So this is a cause of concern. Get out of my way. I don't want you there. Oh, screw it. This is a use. You guys see the welts in the arms? She gets them all over her body. Welts, redness, bumps, itching. With it, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and difficulty breathing, wheezing, abdominal pain, nausea, headache. Exercising, participating in sport, taking a hot bath, a shower, being in a warm room, eating spicy food, having a fever. But hers is flipped, right? Hers is the cold.
Right.
Hers is the cold.
I would have to say yes, MGTOW. As I am located in southeast Minneapolis, I am located only less than 2 miles from our airport. And I would say just within the last week, I have seen well over 100 C-35s taking off.
Oof. That's not a good thing.
Correct. I'd say about half dozen to a dozen a day. So yes, MGTOW, I have seen military movement.
It's never a good thing when you see military movement.
No, it isn't. And what was it? I'd say about a month ago, I was in the lost rabbit hole of YouTube, and I came across a few other disconcerting videos and whatnot. And so, yeah, there's definitely something going on behind the scenes.
Right. So,
There's old abandoned buildings and properties that are being bought up by the government secretly, being controlled and cordoned off by said government. And also, there was something I saw, I'd say about 3 to 4 months ago, where a woman who was driving along and doing, I'm sure, some sort of silly, shitty TikTok video, came across on one of their highways about a 3 or 4 mile train that was filled, loaded with armaments, as in heavy armored vehicles, tanks, and heavy military movement trucks. So, yeah, there does seem to be military movement all over,
no, it's not.
but
I'm back.
in mass.
So, this is okay. So, TLO, I explained the wrong one. Can I explain this real quick?
Go for it.
Cold
It's your turn.
urticaria is a skin reaction to cold that appears within minutes after cold exposure. Affected skin develops reddish, itchy welts. People with cold urticaria experience widely different symptoms. Some have minor reactions to the cold, while others have severe reactions. For some people with this condition, swimming in cold water could lead to very low blood pressure, fainting, or shock. That's why if me and Mackenzie go swimming, I gotta make sure that there's a hot tub there. So after she's done in the pool, I can automatically put her in a hot tub.
Yes.
Symptoms: temporary rash, reddish, itchy welts, hives on the area of the skin that was exposed to cold, a worsening of the reaction as the skin warms, swelling of the hands while holding cold objects, swelling of lips from consuming cold food or drink, severe reaction to whole body response, anaphylactic shock, which can cause fainting, a racing heart, swelling of the limbs or torso, and shock, swelling of the tongue and throat, which can be difficult to breathe. Cold urticaria symptoms begin soon after the skin is exposed to a drop in temperature or cold water. Damp and windy conditions may make a flare of symptoms more likely. Each episode may persist for about 2 hours. The worst reactions generally occur with full skin exposure, such as swimming in water, yada yada. No one knows exactly what causes cold urticaria. Certain people appear to have very sensitive skin cells. Due to an inherited trait, a virus, or an illness, in the most common forms of this condition, cold triggers the release of histamine and other chemicals into the bloodstream. The chemicals cause redness, itching, and sometimes a whole body systematic shock reaction. That is what Mackenzie has. So when it becomes wintertime, I'm going to have house heat and like 5 heaters in my room and heat me out the damn room. Because Ohio is fucking shit and can drop into the -5s.
Right.
Dude, it can be 80 degrees in my house and she'll say she's cold and start swelling up.
Too bad I still don't have my old place. It was usually hovering around 90s because it was next to the boiler.
So like, having, and I love her and I'm not saying anything mean about this. Having a fiance with medical conditions can be tricky sometimes. But I do feel bad for her because she has to deal with something that can literally kill me. Not saying mine's worse than hers, but hers, I really don't have to worry about, it killing her. Mine, I do. You know what I mean? And like the times that she's here and I have a seizure, or the times that I call them and say, like, hey, I'm in the hospital, Tila, even when I sent you guys that picture of me in the fucking neck brace. She didn't know, Tila, I was in the hospital for 2.5 hours because I didn't have my phone.
And yeah, that's the world we live in. The instant contact. If we don't have it, it's huge.
So it's like this. I love Mackenzie, but sometimes, man, when you get a fucking blanket snatched out from you in the middle of the fucking sleep and you wake up because you're freezing fucking cold, like that's what I deal with.
Now, Dwayne,
But I'm content with
Who's
it.
complaining now?
But I'm content with it, though. That's the thing. She doesn't understand. I'm content with it. I'll sleep without a blanket. I don't care. And plus, I'm just picking on her now because now she's watching the show. She actually finally came on TLO about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
With me and Scarlett, and I thought that was really cool.
It is.
It's the first time my fiance was on here, and it was an amazing experience, man.
And now I want to touch upon what you're talking about there, MGTOW, because I have also seen a lot of evidence to support that as well. Numerous adventurers, because one of my things is watching people who adventure into like deserted buildings, abandoned places, shit like that. And so I've come across quite a few of them that have showed and touched upon exactly what you're talking about, MGTOW, where there were in the videos that I saw, they weren't Lowe's, they were Walmarts. And as you said, there's a ton of remodeling. There's even one that was cordoned off by barbed wire fence, and they were doing something in there. And it was controlled and patrolled by military police, not regular police or sheriffs or anything like that. Because it was even shown on one of the footages, the guy was like, creeping around the building. He's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but something's going on in this old Walmart here. I think he was down in Tennessee, I believe. And like he came across a road, and on that road was a military police vehicle heading his way, and so he had to dip out quick. But yes, there is something sinister going on, to be honest. Something large scale that they don't want to talk about. Whether it plays into what's going on with our world today or what may be coming down the pike. I don't know if any of you guys have paid attention to any of the somewhat otherworldly happenings, but not only have we been smacked like a little bitch by the sun with CMEs and solar winds and all that stuff, but I do believe there is a planetary alignment that happens only like every 800 years that's happening. In addition, our planet Earth is now passing through a region of space that has one of the highest densities of asteroids, meteors, and whatnot. And so I have no doubt in my mind that this planet is going to get smacked a bit. And probably we'll have a few more things like what happened in, what was it, Russia about 2-3 years ago, where that big meteor came and like literally blew out building windows, actually injured people because it was that big and that close. And so I have no doubt in my mind there may be a possibility that a rock may hit us, and that could be what a lot of these preparations that are going on in the background are for. I mean, hell, if you want to get super rabbit hole, I mean, this could play into shit like, say, 2012. And what did they do in that? They didn't tell anybody about that shit until right before, basically. But during that time, they had built or started building the spaceship that they were going to try and use to blow the asteroid up. In addition, they were building the Ark in the hills of Missouri, in the limestone of Missouri. And so I have no doubt in my mind that some of these places, these very Lowe's and Walmarts that have been closed down but are being remodeled for some reason, but yet, as we all know, if this economy continues on the way it is, are we really going to see that many new big stores? Probably not. And so, what are they truly up to?
Right. And Teal, this is gonna be weird, and I know I'm switching topic for a minute. Did you know Jake Paul tonight knocked out? Now I just watched a clip from it. Knocked out Nate Robinson,
No, I was not aware.
and I think what's his name lost the fight tonight. Tyson.
Oh, did Tyson lose?
I'm about to look.
Ha, that's funny.
Hey, Clever, when you done, call me after this shit. When we off of this, hit me up.
Yeah, I think Tyson lost.
Ha. Pamela,
Yes.
Wisconsin is close to Canada, but it actually has technically a state in between, and that would be the UP of Michigan.
The yucky state.
Well, there's a few nice places in the UP. Porcupine Mountains, those are pretty cool. Visited there a couple times. There's a place up there that my parents go to, Bayfield, and there's like a nice little island refuge where you can go and camp, and they do that every year. And so there's some nice places up there. But yeah, I would never live in the UP. I mean, I would never live in Michigan, but
Oh, I was just thinking about their football teams.
oh, their football teams, yeah. Well, oh my goodness. If
Horrible.
anybody in their twisted, silly little minds ever thought that that kid could lead the Lions to Super Bowl was out of their fragile little minds.
Dude, I can already tell you which two teams are going to the Super Bowl this year, and it's going to be funny when I tell you this. You ready?
Which ones?
Kansas City Chiefs and the Steelers.
I have a feeling this Kansas City Chiefs are going to lose this weekend.
Who are they playing?
I think either the Ravens or
Nope, we play the Ravens on Tuesday
on Tuesday.
because players have COVID.
Well, shit, we've got players that have COVID. Almost every team does now.
Dude, we were supposed to play Thanksgiving night. That got canceled. We were supposed to play Sunday night. That got canceled, right? And now we're supposed to play on Sunday. Hold on. Who is the Kansas City Chiefs playing? I'm looking it up because I have that NFL app, TLO. The one that
Yeah,
I think.
so do I.
Oh, they play the Buccaneers. Come on now.
That's the thing is if the Buccaneers defense is at their A game and if Tom Brady doesn't make any mistakes, they are a challenging team.
Brady not making mistakes.
Well, I know before that was like just the norm, and yes, he does make mistakes, but he definitely doesn't make mistakes like other quarterbacks do.
But you want to know what I'm surprised by, TLO?
What?
How the Jets are 0-10.
No, I have a good suspicion that they will not win a game this year.
What, be the fucking second version of the Browns and going 0-16?
Yes.
Okay, and can we talk about the Browns for a minute? They're 7-3, dude. They win this weekend, dude. They get a wild card spot.
Yes.
The Browns make it to the playoffs. I'm going to piss myself.
Well, I wouldn't go and do that. It'd be a waste of good draws.
Metaphorically speaking, TL.
All right then.
And
But
then
no, I have a feeling there's going to be a couple of decent upsets this weekend, just because this year, especially with the outbreak and all that, a lot of teams don't have the same sort of, we'll just say swagger as they have before. Because I mean, as I said before, like the season even started, I mean, most people expect the Kansas City Chiefs to get in there, but then you have a team like Oakland go in there and absolutely just demolish them.
Right.
And so this year, you'll see a lot of kind of more topsy turvy. I mean, you see it even within the standings. You know, as you said, the Browns. I mean, who would have thought the Browns would be playoff bound?
Not me.
Exactly. Who would have thought that the oh wait, never mind. Everyone expects the NFC East to be garbage because it is. But most people didn't think it would be this much of a dumpster fire with your, you know, division leader sitting at 3-6-1 or whatever. Or I'm sorry, 4-6-1.
Minto, are you out of your god flipping mind?
What did he say?
I say Pittsburgh and the Rams.
Now the Rams are also a team that is very hard to beat if they're on their A game. So that one isn't as far fetched as you might think.
I don't know.
I definitely believe that a NFC team from the West is going to be dominant throughout the playoffs. And it's not going to be a team like Seattle. It's probably either going to be the Rams or, and this is a shocker, the Cardinals.
Now, if it's the Steelers and the Cardinals again, let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd love to have that rematch.
I would love to see that game all over again. Pittsburgh and Kansas. There's no way Pittsburgh and Kansas City are in the same.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and KC are in the same conference. But no, the NFC right now is the biggest question mark. I mean, most people assume that one of the top 4 or 5 teams from the AFC are going to be playing in the Super Bowl, and so the big question mark is going to be out of the NFC.
I mean,
oh god, there's no way New Orleans. There is no way.
There's a possibility.
There is a possibility, but they're starting to get trashed as far as injuries and whatnot.
New Orleans Saints are 8-2.
Yes, but they lost Breeze.
Oh yeah, Drew Brees is out, isn't he?
Yeah, and he is done for almost the rest of the season.
Now let's
talk how many ribs he had busted. Like just the other day, they added ribs busted.
Oof. Now let's talk about this. What about that injury to Dak Prescott?
I'd say still not as bad as the one that happened to Burrow. But yes, definitely it's definitely tough. But it also shows you what happens if you base your entire team basically on one person. And don't get me wrong, Ezekiel Elliott is a very talented running back.
I've been watching Ezekiel Elliott play for 4 years. I watched him play for 4 years because he played at Ohio State.
Right.
And everybody said that boy was not going to make it in the NFL.
Was not going to make it?
He is on his 3rd year. Casimiro, did you just say Packers?
He did.
The last time the Packers were in the Super Bowl, buddy, was in 2012? 2013? It was either 2011 or 2012, damn it.
And yes, although there is a possibility that the Packers will make it to the Super Bowl, there's absolutely no way they will win it. But because I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes, I think we all know who the winner of that is going to be. Because Patrick Mahomes just in a few games has done shit that Aaron Rodgers wishes he could do in his career.
Yeah, McToe, you make a point. The Cowboys are out with a lot of fucking injuries at this point.
Correct. And that's the thing is there's a lot of teams that have been decimated by injuries.
Do you know what?
And that's also that plays into the lines of with this outbreak and being curtailed, the season being curtailed, the practices and stuff like that. There is something to be said about developing team chemistry, developing the trust in your players, and that, to be honest, this season was just about as low percentage as you could possibly get, just because of the fact that there's a lot less training camp, there's a lot less interaction between teams, so players could not, especially newer players to new teams, didn't have a chance to be able to kind of find their place, find their rhythm, all that sort of thing. And that's why you see a lot of the kind of lopsidedness in the NFL. Why the NFC is trash, but I mean real trash. Like usually it's not one of the stronger divisions, but they're usually not this awful.
Right.
Oh Lord, Pam. Please, please, please don't. Just please don't.
Pam, please don't.
As the only other city that I've gone and seen NFL games at, being at Soldier Field before and after renovations. Yeah, no. And especially now, I mean, they're, oh my goodness. Like, just, oh my goodness. Like, normally the Bears would be one of those teams that kind of linger, but, the Bears have kind of lucked out from an easy season, and now I think they have to face a couple of decent opponents, so they're going to get trashed. And I actually think they have to face us once more. And since we lost the last one, I have a feeling this one, Dalvin Cook is probably going to take out some aggression on him. And hey, I just learned today that apparently Dalvin Cook leapfrogged Mr. Kamara for the rushing leader.
What?
That is correct.
Now, Teal, I have a question because I don't know much about this injury. So, what the hell happened to Burrows?
I don't even know. But all I know is that, because, to be honest, it happened and everybody's just been crying about it, but nobody's actually, talked about his injury. But all they really say is that it could possibly be career ending.
That's what they're saying now. An MRI today showed more damage than the Bengals medical staff anticipated. Adam Schefter of ESPN, that includes a torn ACL, torn MCL, and other structural issues in his knee. Burrow will have reconstructive surgery, and it is unclear whether he'll be ready to go in 9 months when the 2020 regular season is getting started. And another otherwise bad year for the Bengals. Burrow has shown promise in having the franchise quarterback in place, which is the one thing Bengals fans could feel optimistic about. But now Bengals have to be concerned about Joe Burrow's future.
Correct. And so that's why, that one definitely places higher than the other guy. I don't like him, so I try not to pay attention to him. But then again, I've never really cared for the Cowboys. So there you go.
Captain Bling, what are you doing?
And people also keep forgetting about the Titans out of the AFC too. And you have to watch out for that team because they're another team that if they are playing on their A game, they are very difficult to beat. Has been apparent in a majority of their games. As what was it? I think they're holding the record now as far as the point game loss ratio or whatever. because most of their games that they've played, they've only lost by within 3 points. So not even a touchdown, but like a field goal.
3
So
or
they
5.
are a tough team to play.
Do you know what, Casimiro? Washington has lately always been an upset lately. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Well, yeah, Washington, at least in the last decade, has been one of those lingering teams that if they play well, they can actually make a push, but they can't keep the consistency. And so that's why you'll have a team like Washington go and all of a sudden just lay the smackdown on the Cowboys.
Dude, my best friend is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And
I'm sorry.
I shared a meme last year. And it says when you're not gay, but you walk into a gay bar anyways.
No, I'm sure I've probably seen it, as I've seen a lot of disparaging things about Cowboys.
Right. TLO, how's your phone holding up, bud?
Oh, right now it's at 15%, so it's still doing all right.
But
It
you know
was
what?
good. I got it charged up to 30%. So
Right. I really should not be watching this video.
you probably shouldn't.
There's flashing lights in it. Yeah, I really need to stop watching this video.
Yeah, and people forget about the Colts too, but once again, another very uneven team. And I don't know. I definitely don't trust in Rivers as they obviously had. So
Whoever has trusted in Rivers?
that's very true. That is very true. Like, let's just be honest. I mean, how long did he play for the Chargers and they only, what, twice got into the playoffs? 3 times maybe?
3.
So, yeah, that one also is kind of a difficult one to put your finger on as far as the pulse. But yeah, it should be an interesting year. As I said, the AFC is pretty predictable. The NFC, that's part of the reason why most of the games that I've been watching have been NFC games. Just because they've been somewhat the more entertaining or the more interesting of the games, and not just the usual, oh, here comes the Chiefs, and oh, they're playing the garbage Washington team, and of course they go up, 48 to like 10. It's like, yeah, duh.
Oh my God, TLO. So I gotta have you listen to this, all right?
Well, as long as it doesn't get a strike.
No, it shouldn't. It's a cover. Guys, this is a cover. I am using this for commentary purposes only.
Look at this photograph before the world all went to crap. We used to travel away from here, and now we canceled the entire year. Remember a rock concert, complaining that your tiny feet hurt. Now I kill to have that back. I let a stranger sit in my lap. Look at this selfie. This was 2019 of me. Cause now when you take a picture with me, it looks like you're in a surgery. You used to hate exercise, but now it's my only alone time. I wonder how long it's gonna be before we all go crazy. Yeah. Oh God, I every memory I have of going downtown and not having to stay here in my house. To all the places, all the faces, goodbye, goodbye. Even going out now to the DMV, it seems like an absolute thrill to me. I miss the traffic in my attic. Goodbye, goodbye. Never used to have the garden. Now I'm checking on my soil carbon. Never used to bake bread. Now I just got a sourdough started. This is me in 2020. Yeah. This This is me, 2020. I don't know who I am. This is me, 2020. Now I'm counting some champs. Not like me to lose gladly, but there's no sports to distract me. The kitchen, you'll find me making bread out of zucchini. It's been rough, it's painful, and this fall is looking awful. 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? No, no, not really. Ah, here we go. I started 2020 with a vision board. Get out of the house and travel more. This year hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Girl, yeah, since we've all been stuck in a quarantine, I've been doing some Instagram scrolling, and celebrities, they don't look too bored to me. No, cause they got a bunch of home theaters and some open bars, sitting in hot tubs and smoking cigars. And then,
You still there, TLO?
Yeah, sorry, I had to go deal with something.
No, you're good. I thought that was funny.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of parody songs written for years and years, so there's going to be a lot more of that, I'm sure.
Right. But man, I know your phone's probably getting ready to die.
No, it is down to 9%.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Guys, it is a grateful feeling to be back with my vicious family. I'm joking. Peaceful, loving family. We're not vicious. You guys never know what to expect here in the Night Talk. It can go one way, or it can go completely shit on my show. You never know. But guys, thank you for tuning in. TLO, you are an amazing co-host.
Here, just for the sign off.
Oh, TLO's popping on camera.
Well, since my battery's going to die soon anyways, the
TLO,
camera takes a lot of juice, so.
do you have any last words?
I do. The only way that we're going to get through this is we stop this assumptions that I'm sure all of us have that our concerns actually matter, especially given that this is such a widespread thing. And we need to keep that in mind, and we need to stop trying to be so damn divisive. Stop pointing fingers. Stop all the bullshit, because that's what it is. It's bullshit, and it's just going to lead us to trouble. And there's going to come a point where it's going to bite us in the butt if we keep going down the same way. Just like you said earlier, it's like insanity. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It's dumb. So we got to start by changing how we view the world. We've got to view the world through other people's eyes and other people's perspectives and take them into account, because we've lost that. We've totally lost that. And that's all of us. Like, even I'm guilty of it at times. And so we need to do better on that. And if we can do better on that, that's going to transfer a lot of power into a lot of the other aspects of our lives. So keep that in mind as you're out there. And being as I am the very single, very lonely and isolated man that I am, if you have someone, you make sure you hold on to them, especially in this day and age. So that's my last words.
Guys, thank you so much. And by the way, TLO, I noticed you're laying on the floor.
Yeah, I have to. I had a bad back today.
Oh.
It was a long week.
I feel that one. Black Friday almost killed me. But guys, from the seas to the skies and from a country made by the God I love,